side of the map because, well, at least they get a Mathilda. At least there's that. At least they have more sustain. But yeah, now I think they have to turn their sights from playing around the XP lane, around these neutral objectives to go to play for the Brody. That has to be the case now as TLID go for their last pick. It will be a jungle. And at this point, I think it's free for a lot of different picks. The Harley, again. I don't think you want to go Nolan just because the Brody's right there. Oh.
I've been thinking about this actually. You know, I know that the tempo is definitely favoring Nolan, but I feel like Suyo does a lot of things better than Nolan, especially the survivability potential.
Especially ganks.
And it's not really that bad of a tempo hero either, right? Suyo.
Here we go. It's a Selena to help early on. Leone, oh, smart move. Takes away the trap early. Hey, that's one of the ways that you can get a lot of tempo over your opponents when you have a Selena in your lineup by putting the traps down and then go in. But Leone has stopped that. So, okay, that's actually so well played by Leone.
Yeah, and it takes the trap that's, you know, gonna hit towards the big buff, right?
Yep.
That really prolong it even further for Albert, and now Kevin is able to contest for this one.
Yeah, because he isn't able to fast clear, he wasn't able to get in, but God, I guess he has the retry, but damn, that was quick. Nice.
It's looking good. We can expect more fast pace clearing as well coming from Drichel in the later stage of the game, but if we look now, there is some fights coming from Mueza. They've successfully cleared faster, and Mueza looks to go for in the invade and, you know, just giving out information as to Suyo's farming pattern right now.
Okay, it seems like Kevin knows what to do against this kind of matchup, you know, because somehow, some way, Kelra was able to win the matchup.
Yeah.
This Melissa Brody, it doesn't make sense, but one of the things that Kelra did is to stay under the gold shield in the early game. Yep. So you win out with the trade. Meanwhile, though,
Randy's gonna be tanking it up. Rizza now with the trap goes in. Oh, Flicker's past as well. Purify for Flicker. I don't think that's worth it, but he finds another arrow on Leone. And it's a Flicker burnt out. Albert on the turret, gonna go for the kill, finds it. First blood to EVOS. Alberto, not worth it in the end. Kevin the Jones with a pickup on the Soul Sever. Katon.
That was very aggressive though by the new kid on the block. Riza under turret, dives under, is able to get the space and the traps in. Gets a kill over, but Albert does get taken down, and you can see that TLID are now the first to the next neutral objective.
Hold on, Randy is so low. Aran as well. After the consecration, Randy goes in, able to find it. That's welcome. Now Albert should be able to find it for free. Good stun over on 3 there by Randy before he dies, but Albert doesn't have the cooldowns, and Leone will be able to punish him here 3-1, still in favor of TLID.
not really a fan of the completely forcing things out for EVOS here. Not really in line on what EVOS is usually trying to do. I mean, you still take the objective, but now Hirara, the Hirara is 1-2. This is something that we don't really see very often from Albert, especially playing for EVOS. What's up, Mirko?
Am I the only TLID fan in the building now? What happened to this lady next to me? What the heck?
I have a curse. I just can't.
Oh.
I gotta underestimate the team, man.
All right.
But either or, you know, despite the kills given over to TLID in that first bout, we do see that EVOS still are able to get the first neutral objective, right? The turtle is already under their belt, and let's see what they collapse over after this. As it stands, Kevin is a level ahead of Albert, so he was able to get the objective because of the rest of the team.
Uh-oh. That's a big resource burn, but yeah, you can continue your point.
Flicker burnt out. That's it. That was my only point.
Yeah, despite all my criticism towards EVOS just now, though, I like the execution. I was gonna say that Randy is not really known for this kind of heroes, you know. Yes, Barat is very, very tanky, but there's no built-in healing like an Alice, for example, or Esmeralda or Uranus. Yeah. So it doesn't feel like Randy, but the way he executed that Daytona's Welcome was pitch perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm not really questioning EVOS's potential in terms of like objective game, the late game when Lord is about to come up. Emblems though by Bayou, doesn't seem like there is something crazy going on. Master Assassin 2 for Erlan, so he wants to somehow win it out in the early game here. Now Mueza.
Oh, Queller not in range. All right.
I think when it came down to, you know, the emblems, Selena has an interesting one. She doesn't go for the Season Hunter that we usually are accustomed
Wilderness
to.
Blessing she went for.
I guess, you know, you can still help without the Season Hunter, but you missed out on that tempo. But still, Wilderness Blessing is also a tempo maker as well.
Yep, Daytona's Welcome going in, but again, this is the golden hour, and that's my concern for the Barat. You're gonna get shredded down by the Lilia, and your main win condition on picking people off gets completely countered by the golden hour. They're both low. Abyssal Arrow doesn't land. Drichel able to dodge away from that as Kevin goes in mid, and Leone
Oh my lord.
tries to force out a kill on Mueza. Gets the photo. This is massive. TLID in the bottom lane, picking up the gold. Everything from the turret away from EVOS.
Team fights have been very smooth. Flicker burnt out by Mueza as well, so that's a 90-second cooldown right now. Not going to be able to use it here in the next bout, even though, oh, Leone, Mueza's taken so low.
Yeah.
Oh man. And it looks like the Brody pick is not really utilized to the maximum potential as well.
No.
You see Eman playing in for BTR. One of the reasons why they were able to still somehow be equal in gold, even leading in gold in that match yesterday, was through the Brody. Winning it out in lane, getting all the gold plating, but now the pressure is actually feels like towards Erlan more than anything else. A lot of times resources burn, but I do see that gold lead is still on Erlan because of the objectives, and also maybe he was able to get some gold plating as well. But not enough at this point. 1.5k gold lead for TLID.
So they haven't been able to work with that early game tempo. They haven't been able to utilize Erlan in the early stage of the game. And you can always see that constant pressure that TLID are putting on several of their lanes. We do see the item builds pop up here. Is there anything that we need to highlight here in the 5th minute of the game?
It's mostly just normal stuff. Kevin, I like the leather jerkin buy though, just to further his survivability against the Brody, because he needs that. Normally I would go straight for boots, warrior boots, just for safe measure, but feels like Kevin so far does not need it the way that Kevin and also Leone is roaming around the map as well. So he knows that the peel is there, the get out of jail, the jail card free as well in the golden hour.
Good damage on Drichel, forcing back shoes now. Aran with the zoning on Albert. A bit more damage coming down as Albert is taking a half HP, but the neutral objectives right there. Oh! That was a frozen moment, but Kevin's still able to secure it now as Randy goes in, but it's only onto the roamer. This is Leone falls to the circling eagle. Now it's a blade surge to lock him down. The guiding wind gets him out, but still, it's a neutral objective. Oh! Hold on. Good Abyssal Arrow, but Kevin still has to purify. They won't bite just yet. Retreat! Still, Albert securing it. Abyssal Arrow landing again. Riz has been on point, but there's just been no follow-ups.
This is a 4v5 situation, by the way. Leone was taken out earlier on before the particular team fight happened, but Evo still unable to look for that opening in these team fights, unable to look as aggressive as they should be. I feel like the AOE damage that we're looking from Team Liquid Indonesia is really pushing EVOS to its edge in these team fights. You have AOE damage from Kevin on the Melissa, you have AOE damage from Drichel as well on the Lilia. It seems like it's hard for them to win these team fights if they go for a full 5v5.
Yeah, and on the other side as well, really the only way for EVOS to actually start a team fight, actually winning it out, is through a good turn as well from Flicker or a good arrow as well from Riza, and that's asking too much. But now Leone, look at how annoying he is, man, just zoning everyone down.
Oh, wait, a golden hour as well. The Queller comes around, Albert's still able to escape. Now Riza can't get the kill on Leone, and now Randy is left to defend all alone. The Blade Surge ready right there. Kevin wants to go for it. Doesn't in the end. Riza just a bit of poke up top. It's Erlan trading in structures at least, but he won't be able to stay there for long. He's got to respect this. TLID will get another... Oh my god, he's staying. This is super greedy, Erlan.
That was a long time.
A very long time. A bit too long. He doesn't find a torn apart memory. Leone is able to flicker out of safety. Now the guiding wind comes around, and that's going to be Kevin with the jump. But Drichel was waiting around now with the chase. Mueza with the guiding wind. Erlan gets away. The great escape. Around still chasing. Erlan gets out. My goodness. And he buys time for Albert to trade in the bottom lane.
What a save. We thought he was there for too long. It turns out it was all calculated. He bought a ticket on Matilda Airlines, went on it, survived through the turbulence, and EVOS pick up a bit of a start to the top side turret there, tier 2. Amazing stuff.
Amazing, but before that though, we gotta address the fact that in the 8-minute mark, the gold shield in the bottom lane has been taken down, and there is really no turret aside from the inhibitor for EVOS to work for in this point of the game. It's way too early for TLID to be up by this much in terms of structure in the bottom lane, and now the Lotus on the top side, they can maximize this fully.
Yeah, oh, Kevin! That damage in the models, Randy catching the guiding win, able to escape. Look at the damage now as Albert walks up. A missile arrow lands, the golden hour doesn't. Albert is able to escape right now. It's nasty to be Rendy with a jump in with a deathless welcome. Now the go away coming down as well, but Rendy will fall, and in the end, it's a retry. Erlan stolen away on the Brody. Big arrow lands. Rizza jumps in forward, and it's going to be the shutdown for Rizza. Another arrow coming in. Oh, catches Ritual. XBTR, by the way, Rizza styling on TLID.
Wow, again, Albert plus Rizza on these two heroes. They've really turned things around for EVOS. We saw that goldie come in from Team Liquid. They instantly take it away. And Albert, how, after everything that we've seen coming from TLID, he's, what, 2 levels ahead of Kevin?
That was crazy, man. I feel like EVOS also kind of forced that to TLID, but TLID has to be better at managing the long lane. There's absolutely no reason for them to be in that kind of position. But yeah, EVOS with the forced out fight. But now, it's not over just yet. Still 1.2k gold lead for EVOS. It's still almost equal in terms of economy.
Oh, yeah. But as I said, Sheffin and Eterna, when it comes to winning early game, I know who's going to win. But when it comes to ending the game, now that seems to be a big question mark for TLID. Now, for me, big question mark to Leone, bro. I know you're trying to zone the Hirara, but you need to use the golden hour to stop the main win condition of EVOS, which is still Rendy getting a pick on Kevin. Again, in that scenario, you saw how Kevin was just chomped down by Rendy. He didn't ultimately get the stun because Rendy died, but it gave enough room for the rest of the team to get the neutral objective. Now Rizza has like, oh my god, I thought he had the guiding win. Never mind, way too aggressive. Erlan catches the guiding win, gets away. Albert with the jump. Now Black Shoes coming down from Dritchel. Zaran is able to frontline.
So back to your point earlier on, there's team tendency and there's also team composition. EVOS, in the later stage of the game, if TLID can buy enough time, should they not have the favorable draft in the late game?
I think at this point, TLID's draft win condition is much easier to execute because EVOS requires you to land the skill shots, and it's hard. It's Helena, it's Barrage. Oh, but if Albert can do that over and over again, I don't mind that. But there's also a run that you have to get through. That is something that needs to be addressed from EVOS.
Yeah.
Like, how do you break through this Uranus? Because, again, I want to go back to BTR's match again. Shogun was able to do that job quite beautifully, and I expect Iran to do the same. Looking at the gold graph though, through that one team fight only, that is a 4k gold swing for EVOS. So TLID, lucky or not, the best adjustment that they can do is probably just lock in and realize their win condition.
See Alberto ready for Erlan. Some of the silent power spikes. And it seems like it's a semi-crit build for Erlan. Haas Claws, Melfic Gun, Blade of Heptases. Is he gonna go for the Berserker's Fury last item?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because we've been seeing this a lot. Shout out to Hiko for being the first one to do it, at least on stage at MSC that I remember.
I mean, he bought a dagger.
That could go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also thinking Berserker's Fury just for the burst.
Ready?
They go in again. The golden hour needs to be placed. There you go. Golden hour saving him now as Kevin is able to escape with the blade surge. Now he goes on to Rizza. And finally they get the golden hour usage. Gerald's still able to pop in with the torn apart memory. And in the end, it becomes a 1-for-0. Oh, rather 1-for-1. Rendy was taken out.
Yeah, XP for Rome at this point in time. You can see that though. TLID have to force to control these side lanes, and they are going to go back. They need to buy a little bit more time. EVO should have that information as well, but it's another Lord dance that's happening between these two teams.
Oh, interesting. I thought EVOS was trying to force a fight there, or maybe bait TLID to the Lord pit, because I feel like Leone at this point is a much valuable member compared to Rendy, because once Rendy's ultimate is exhausted, that should be alright for EVOS.
You're 50-50. This is what you're picked for, Kevin. Soul Sever and the Retribution. Circling Eagle landing on Tubaran is going to be the main man who gets caught by it. Leone with the golden hour again, isolating a few of the members. Albert with the walk-up. Oh, he finds the kill on Leone. And now he wants some more. He's going to jump in again. He goes for the damage. Ritual able to kite away. Kevin goes for the shots on the muddles. Kevin with the blade surge now. Lord down below. Should be cleared out by EVOS quite easily.
Yeah, 1-for-0 trade. They get the Lord, but it looks like Erlan is already on the way to clear out the Lord fight. What do you think happened in that team fight earlier, Chef?
I feel like, first of all, EVOS dropped the ball a little bit on not trying to force the fight before all that happened. But TLID, good job in taking the Lord. But unfortunately, though, like this is the elephant in the room right here. Albert with a Mathilda. You know, Hirata is already a broken hero enough. Has multiple dashes like this. You can chase around and force out an ultimate with just a single skill. But Rando,
Leone has golden hour, but he uses it late. He thought Aran would be able to survive that now. 3K circling eagle, landing on Leone. Now smooched by Erlan. Mwah!
No resources, all of them burnt to try and save Aran. EVOS know that. EVOS utilize it, and EVOS capitalize over that as well. You can feel that the entire map is bleeding blue now. 2,000 gold lead, 3,000 almost. It's uncanny for EVOS.
They are making a lot of mechanical mistakes, though, I'll be honest with you, TLID. They are just not ready for the tempo of Albert and EVOS.
yeah. A whole lot of dashes in
It is
your kit
Berserker
already.
Fury, by the
Plus
way.
Mathilda, so it's gonna be a Berserker's Fury for Erlan. It's not just the burst, but also the sustain as well, combined with the Haspel. So you can trade around with Kevin well enough, and combine with the photo and also the shields that Mathilda's gonna provide. There's no way that Kevin can just gonna go in, but now Randy though.
Ritual has the black shoes, able to escape now. Albert with the walk up now. Oh, Kevin! Able to find it. Airline, great flicker out, but he's still gonna be caught all alone. Guiding with Airline! Toward per memory, Kevin jumping to the back line, but Airline will finally die. Kevin with the dive, now on to Rizza. It's a flicker out as the trap doesn't get Kevin down just yet. Around with the chase. Abyssal arrow doesn't land as Leone wants to continue this. And that'll be it. Kevin now on the siege in the mid lane. That's a rose gold meteor picked up by Kevin. Mid lane tier 2 gonna go down as Aran zones the 3 members from EVOS who are still alive.
Both of the cores are gone, ladies and gentlemen, but there's no objective for them to take. So what they do is they try to pin down on these structures. All the mid goes away. Inhibitor in the bottom side goes away, but look at that!
Circling Eagle straight to the muddles. Now it's gonna be the big dino. He goes and charges it up. He eats up Uranus, but that's not enough. It's a game win for TLID as they wipe EVOS out.